Hey guys, all right, we have such a good show tonight. We have so much to talk about. Obviously, the girls are super giddy. But first, I have to remind you guys to watch Stanley's Kamikaze tonight. You guys have to calm down. We'll get there.
I'm sorry.
Stanley's Kamikaze tonight at 9:15. The pre-chat starts at 8:15. We've got really great guests tonight. We have Cass Anvar, Allison Hayslip, and Jenna Bush. So get in that pre-chat starting at 8:15, and we'll see you guys tonight at 9:15.
Ow, ow!
Yeah.
All right, you guys. PLL. What is happening?
I can't even tell you how amazing this season is. You know, we went through a crazy roller coaster for 5 years, and now I'm like, holy crap. Like, tonight's episode was so on point. And I was telling the girls, sorry guys if I sound a little weird, I have a cold. But literally, the start of this season, or the start of 6B, is exactly the same as the pilot episode.
Such a
crazy
connection.
They drank, they woke up, you know, instead of in a bar and they were in a hotel, you know, someone escaped, where the first season it was Spencer and Allison, now we're, you know, Aria and Ezra. It's just crazy, the comparison, but I love it.
And it's,
good job, Marlene.
Yeah, it's really surpassing my expectations too.
It really is.
I don't know what I was expecting for this season, but it's really,
It's good.
really, really good.
The relationships,
So good.
you guys. I was starting to get annoyed with like all these rando like Lorenzos and like all these new character alerts, and now they're kind of back to the OGs and switching it up, and I
Yes.
like can't
I
get
am
enough.
so intrigued, you guys. I know I'm skipping like way ahead, but
Yeah,
I am
you really
so intrigued by Spencer and Caleb. I have to say it. Like, I cannot believe
It makes me angry.
It does,
It
but
pisses me off.
Of course, it pisses us all off, obviously, but doesn't it also just like get you so curious? Like,
Yes, but if we're gonna go in this direction of Spencer and Caleb, can we also go in the direction of Caleb and Hanna? That like brought back, I don't know if you guys have ex-boyfriends at this age, but if you see an ex-boyfriend after you haven't seen them in a while, and you have all those memories, that was hardcore for me even to watch. I was like, I could feel their like flashbacks.
He just looks so different to me. He looks like such a little nerdy boy, and like I'm trying to decide whether I like it or not. I don't. Caleb. Yeah,
well,
I don't.
it doesn't help that Hannah's fiance
Can we just moment?
looks like that he just got in from like the stables.
From the Hamptons. When he said Hamptons,
You guys.
Mova was like, oh my God, Hamptons, I love him.
And they were
He's
like,
good.
look at that ring, and Mova's like, not good enough.
If I ever said that I liked a guy on PLL, which is quite often, I never meant it until now. He is the most beautiful specimen I've ever
That's
seen.
saying a lot because you like all the guys on
But
PLL.
none of it was really the one until.
You guys, he is all of the Hemsworths together.
Except for the third one.
Except for the third one.
His name,
Who
Liam.
even knows about him?
What is his name, Liam?
That is a man.
Just Liam and Chris, let's
You guys,
be real.
that is a man. Sorry, I'm on my Apple box.
No, I know. Box.
Men, that is a man.
Yeah, he really is. He's
was
super hot.
gorgeous.
And the Australian
I'm done.
accent definitely
Well, I
helps.
couldn't understand some of the things he
Oh my
said.
God.
But I do really like their relationship. Obviously, it's way more mature than the Hanna and Caleb relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel. I'm kind of torn. But, like, you know, Caleb, you're kind of being an asshole. So I'm really glad that Hanna is kind of finding a new person, because when she finds out that this happened, there's no way that any friend is going to like that their friend is dating
They
their ex.
really made that relationship a big focal point of this episode.
Yeah.
You know, they seem to kind of go back to it. And it happened so many times throughout the episode. We see Hanna and Caleb having their moment when they're looking for whatever they're looking for. I don't even remember.
Some box and like a pan.
Yeah,
or
corkscrew and
something.
wine glasses.
Yeah.
We see that moment that's really real, and then we see an even realer moment between Spencer and Caleb, because in Madrid they hooked up.
They so hooked up.
They hooked up for sure. She was like,
Go to
that was my
Madrid.
favorite like night in
Sunset.
Spain,
Sunset.
and he was like, that was my favorite night in Spain too.
And then he caressed her arm.
Like, you don't go to Madrid and not hook up. you know?
No, if I went to Madrid, I would hook up.
I would hook up too.
You don't
For
actually
sure.
think.
Oh my God, they so hooked
I know,
up.
but don't you think they want to capture that moment on Pretty Little Liars? And
Can
have
anybody
them, like,
can
hooking
anybody
up for the
redo
first time?
Spencer's face? What was her face? And she was like, I don't even know what it was. It was so obvious.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my gosh, but
I think, no, you guys, it was obvious because she was like, I really wanted to hook up. I really fell in love with you in Madrid. They're still keeping that tension. There's no way they already hooked up.
They're not in love.
most
He's
definitely
sleeping
did.
on the couch.
Well, I guess we'll find out next week because next week we heard in the preview she flat out confronts them. Like,
And
do you
really-
have a thing with Caleb?
Right, and really quickly, because I know we have all these other things to talk about, we just gotta touch on Aria and her freaking new love interest. I did not like him at all. Super geeky. I think his name was
I liked him.
Liam. I didn't
Yeah,
like it.
speaking of the
I
Hemsworths.
didn't-
Why does he
are they,
look
like,
so
coming up a
familiar?
lot?
Have we seen him in something before?
I don't know.
He kind of looks like the
he-
guy in Blacklist. That's what he's reminding me of. Do
Maybe,
you guys watch
maybe.
Blacklist?
Yes, I have
He
seen it.
reminds me of Superman when Superman's the nerd Superman.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him. I don't know how I feel about that relationship. All I know is that when I see Aria and Ezra together, that still seems right to me.
It does.
Totally.
It does.
When I see Hannah and her fiance, I can see that, which
Yeah.
is crazy. Like I can actually see them together, and I can actually see Spencer and Caleb together. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry.
It's intriguing. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
It's intriguing.
Maybe it's the more excitement of it. Aria and her boyfriend or whatever. I'm not gonna call him her.
Do we even
boyfriend.
know his name? Is it Jordan?
thing.
Or
Liam.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hashtag too many new characters.
Yeah. That I still don't buy. That relationship isn't very strong. When I see Aria like going to Ezra and when she was like, "Can we go somewhere?" Let's talk about that too because there's a lot to talk about. But all I'm saying is that Aria and Ezra still seem right to me, so I think that that's saying a lot for that relationship.
I have a question about that though. Like I know obviously we are getting the vibe that Aria is not really into Ezra, right? She's moved on. But is Ezra into Aria?
I actually
still?
think it's the opposite way around.
I think it's the
Ezra's
opposite.
moved on, but Aria is a little bit more
He
into
seems
him.
like he's moved on.
I think Ezra's
Aria
just
has
a
another
mess.
guy though.
Yeah, but I think that Ezra's kind of caught up in Nicole passing away, or this whole thing of her dying. Which who can blame him? It's going to take him a while, I think, to get over it.
Right.
I think like the big question that's going to bring us into a whole thing is: do you guys think that Ezra's guilty? Do you guys think that he killed
No,
Charlotte?
of course not.
I don't know.
How many seasons in PLL do you have to
I've
watch?
always been on the Ezra is guilty bandwagon, like always.
Yeah,
I
he's
love
not guilty.
Ezra.
It's
I
the
honestly
second
do,
episode.
but we're gonna have to start making predictions.
Hey, remember when we thought that Ezra was A?
Yeah, that was
kinda
funny.
was.
A juicy episode. When we thought Ezra was A, I
That was,
freaked
guys, that
out.
was the best A reveal.
It was
I have never
freaking
thought
good.
that
Best
Ezra
A reveal.
was A.
I know.
ever.
She made me
that and
loyal
Toby.
to
Toby.
the
Oh,
team.
Oh my
Toby
god,
was
I missed
bomb.
Toby this episode.
Yeah, he wasn't
yeah, I
there.
did too.
That's because
I
Spencer's
never
too busy
missed
getting it on
Toby.
with Caleb, you guys, in
So
Madrid
weird.
3 years ago.
But for a second,
Toby,
can we
just swipe right on Bumble. I got you, boo. I got
Can
you.
we just touch upon, besides Megan's relationship with Toby,
Her
do you
relationship.
think
with
that
Toby.
Spencer's mom would approve of her and Caleb? I can't see her being accepting of Caleb. They just seem, I know
Wait,
it's
I
terrible,
thought
they just seem
Caleb
like
was
they come from
helping.
two different worlds.
No, but I thought wasn't Caleb helping
so.
Mrs. Hastings
Yeah.
with the campaign stuff and covering
I don't
Spencer's?
know. I feel like Caleb, I feel like Spencer needs to date someone that went to like an Ivy
Right.
League school.
Right.
I just see her because she's a Hastings, and that's what the Hastings are all
Yeah.
about. They're all about reputation. So I don't know if her
Maybe
family
she
will
should
buy
date
into
Mr. Hamptons.
That is a couple, but I'm kind of really feeling this Hannah like Hamptons.
Yeah, I do. I really like
can't
it.
believe, I'm totally like, I'm just thinking about that, and I cannot believe that Ezra and Aria saw Charlotte get out of that.
Yeah, it's a little weird, right?
And
Totally.
so obviously sent Aria home and back to the hotel in a cab, and then she told the girl, she was like, I know when Ezra's lying, and I know he didn't go back home
Yeah, he
like he
didn't
said he
look
was
at me in
going
the
to. He didn't
eye.
look at me in the eye. So whether we think that Ezra's guilty or not, he knows something. He saw
Yeah,
something.
or maybe he did speak to her that night. Like maybe he did confront her that
yeah.
night.
Now I'm being swayed.
Because
You
remember
know?
the night that
Yeah.
Allie went missing, right? The night that Allie went missing, how many different people did she talk
saw
to?
so many
and
people.
she talked to Ezra on top of it too. Like she talked to so many different people.
I bet it's gonna be the same
Yeah.
thing with
This-
Charlotte.
Absolutely, because we're seeing such a similarity between the two stories
totally.
that I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte talked to a bunch of people before somebody broke her neck and pushed her out the window.
What if Toby and Ezra are like having a little bromance and they got together?
Why,
guys.
Toby? Wait, why?
I don't know, because it would just be interesting.
He was MIA this episode.
Because he was MIA.
I think he's just MIA this
And because
episode.
Toby was there with Lorenzo when they were covering Charlotte's body,
right.
and he kind of knew all this information.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah,
maybe.
let's talk about Allison, because Allison seems to think that Aria is guilty, and she seems to think, or she seems to know that Hanna is covering for her. Now, we end up finding out why Aria lied and all that stuff, and Hanna goes ahead and deletes the footage, and Aria's now in the clear as far as we as an audience know. She's in the clear. Now our suspicions are on Ezra. But Allison doesn't really think that. Allison has that weird moment where she says grace, and she's like, him or her, and the person who's covering for.
Right.
You know? And it's like, Allison, did she see something? Why does she seem so sure?
As annoying as Allie is, I honestly think that this is just kind of a response from her being so upset that her sister's passed away.
Yeah.
And she was finally so excited to get to know her. I think she's trying to just look to blame anyone that she could possibly blame. But I'm still freaking annoyed by
I don't think
Allie.
so. I think this is why we love Allie. We love Allie, or the lack thereof.
I mean, I don't mean that I hate her, but she drives me freaking nuts. And again, it's like,
Allie's
can
Queen
you
Bee.
not?
Allie is Queen Bee, and Allie knows all, and she'll always know all.
She knows all.
And that's why we don't know how she knows what she knows.
Right.
She and Mona.
Her and Mona.
Yeah.
Queen
It's
bees.
just how they are. But yeah, they're Queen Bees, and they, you know, and the fact that she went to Lorenzo and was like, I want to change my answer. I definitely think my friends are involved. This is crazy. And someone pointed out on Twitter, like, it was the girls pinning it on Allie initially, and now the tables have turned. Now she's kind of going against her girls. So it's.
I mean, you're 100% right. Allie does know all, and the scary thing is now, like, we leave with her talking to Lorenzo. We don't know exactly what she says, if she pins it on all of her friends or just on Aria, but I don't think that Aria's in the clear. Like, sure that they deleted that footage, but if we're dealing with the same kind of person that we've been dealing with for 6 years, should we really be confident that that footage is gone? Like, no.
Right.
And plus now we also have Spencer also facing a possible connection to this entire murder because of the essay that she wrote.
I love that.
And like that's great. I love it. And like it would be wonderful if the person who did kill Charlotte did base it off of that essay. Because like, damn,
making a murderer.
That reminds making a murderer.
And
And didn't O.J. Simpson write a book about how he would have murdered her? It's like so like a thing.
The new O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's just like putting it in the judicial system's face. Like, Oh my
but
God.
at this point, can we all agree that we don't think at this point that any of the liars are responsible for Charlotte's death? Maybe Allison, I would say, maybe. That's just me.
I agree.
Allison?
I would love for it to be Allison.
If anybody is responsible, I would say Allison.
I'll agree that none of them are responsible, but I won't agree that none of them didn't see more than what
And
we
they
know.
let on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
Allison definitely saw something. She either before, after, during, whatever.
I mean, she was
the
there
girl
with
saw something.
Alice. She was there with Cece at the apartment. She was the last person to see Cece alive. Like, that's crazy. She could be a total sociopath, and what if she killed Cece herself?
Yeah. Speaking of total sociopaths, let's talk about Sarah freaking Harvey.
I'm confused. Like, what's happening? I don't get. Last week I thought she was blind. This week I don't know
Can
what's
we
happening.
establish what is her illness?
I don't know if we know. They
Her, like,
didn't
mental
say,
illness.
But there's something going on with her.
Yeah, she said that her Stockholm syndrome convinced the court that she was too ill or whatever.
Because she fell in love with the person who captured her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not
When
technically
you
fell in
feel
love.
like sympathy or sympathetic towards.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mova
But
looked
she
it up.
got her. She got her
She looked it up.
sentence. She got
That's what it is.
She got her sentence reduced because of this so-called disorder. Now that still doesn't explain
why she can't hold a spoon.
Right.
I think that was like a saying. I don't know what that meant.
Because she's
Like,
had rheumatoid arthritis. I don't understand
I don't think they
the
said
spoon thing.
I don't think.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
I'm so sorry.
My
If you
mom
guys
has
have
rheumatoid arthritis.
I'm
My
so
mother
sorry.
does.
No, but
One of my best friends has it too. I'm just
laughing
saying,
because
I don't
think they
understand
said
that they're physical
I'm
illness.
laughing because
What I'm
you
saying is
pulled that out of your butt.
because it's the first thing I thought of. Like, does it hurt her to hold this? Does she have a physical illness and a mental illness?
I think she's just.
or just
saying
a
that she
mental
just
illness and
can't-
she's so mentally ill,
Yes.
she's too traumatized to hold a spoon.
I think they were being like not sarcastic, but making metaphor.
I don't think that.
You're so
I
great.
don't
I
think
love
that
you.
she meant literally stuff. When she said
that.
When she said she can't hold a spoon, I think she was just making fun of her. Like I don't think
Like,
she.
oh, she can't even hold a spoon.
No,
Yes.
Stephanie, I
I
agree
thought
with
it
you.
was real.
No, I I agree with you. I thought they meant that she actually couldn't hold a spoon.
So
Here's my transition. So we were also like thinking about Emily and oh my gosh, what's going on with her? And now we feel so bad. 'Cause we, you know, last week we were like, she's on drugs, and now clearly she's sick. But what if? I mean, I get that there was the bitch slap between her and Sarah Harvey, but what if a reunion or something happened?
I totally think that's
what
happening.
If Emily's helping Sarah? If she's sick?
I totally think that's happening.
what?
When she's
Yeah.
like, remember? So do you want us to like start the show over? Or, like,
1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1.
I think Emily might be either donating her blood or seeing if she can, you know, give a like a liver or not a liver.
so that hopefully in the future Sarah Harvey may be able to hold a spoon.
Yeah, because remember you guys.
Yes.
Remember when she was getting the shots in the hospital?
Yeah,
She
I
said,
remember that.
direct quote, "I really need this to work."
Yeah.
And it seemed
voluntary.
It seemed voluntary and not like as if she had cancer, which
It seemed
seems
like she
what
was
they were
getting
implying.
treatments. Like,
it
the
seemed like she was
treatments-
volunteer, the treatments weren't necessary; they were voluntary.
I
and
think
perhaps for Sarah's
okay.
sake.
Yeah.
I get that. But my front runner right now, at least what they're pushing us to believe, I think, is cancer or something.
Yeah, they totally are.
I still kind of feel like it's not so much a sickness anymore. It seems like something voluntary.
Yeah.
Just because of what she said, I really need this to work. I feel like Emily has chosen this, whatever it may be for. I saw some great theories. Somebody was like, maybe she's trying to have a baby. Maybe she's got diabetes. Like, there's so many different things, like sickness, drugs. I mean, who knows? But I honestly kind of feel like this is a choice.
Hormonal treatment?
Yeah, like we've seen her take steroids in the past.
Someone had said maybe
I see what you're saying.
No, I don't.
Like hormone treatments, like
trying to transgender.
Yeah,
I don't think that, but
because she's the only one that's out
And
on the show.
For Sarah, because Sarah wants her to be more like a guy. I'm trying to connect it to Sarah.
I mean, it is very confusing because then the other thing is that Emily said to the girl, what was the girl's name? Not Nicole, but the other one.
Sabrina?
Sabrina said to Sabrina, I
girl.
don't need my mom to have another reason to be worried right now. So then that's like the other thing, like maybe she is sick. I don't know. So obviously there's a lot more that we're gonna have to find out.
Totally. I think
I just got this tweet from @always_PL_fan. Thank you, by the way. It just popped up on my phone. It says, Janelle tweeted that Sarah Harvey's hands got electrocuted in the finale. So maybe that was something that they never touched upon.
And that's why she can't hold a spoon.
That's why she can't hold
And that's
it.
why someone's holding her arm, like, and guiding her.
That's why someone's guiding her like she's blind.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. And plus, she was standing by that
Exactly.
bomb. Like, maybe that was something that, you know.
Guys, PLL, you definitely needed to elaborate on that because I didn't get
Well,
that.
they needed to elaborate on a lot of things. Let's be real. They picked up as if we've been there for 5 years.
Like, we just pieced together Emily's dad being dead.
Anyways, you guys have so many questions. This is like, there is so much to talk about. Obviously, you can tell. But you guys have so many questions, so tweet us using the hashtag PLLAS. We'll be right back to take some of your questions.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
How did you not figure it out?
We had a crazy vampire threesome.
And you can't unsee that. That's burned into my brain now.
I was like,
How did you get here?
No. Look at me. I'm dancing.
You know why we saying yes. You know why we saying yes. He is quite something.
and we're like, inseparable.
She was shadier than Sunglass Hut with Ray-Bans on sale, ladies and gentlemen.
It wasn't. So come on.
You just went to a totally different direction on that.
When a billionaire goes broke, it means he's got like $4 million.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
I found her to be deliciously out of control.
Oh man, looking forward to this fight.
Ooh, they about to get together. Watch, it's about to go down.
Somebody better take some pictures of this.
I just slapped the crap out of Nick.
And he's just
This is a big head.
You know, you can't count anything out.
Look at you.
been another awesome night at the Stream.tv,
always
guys.
awesome.
Thank you for joining us, you guys. We love you.
Hey guys. Hello. Okay, we're back. You guys, your questions are really good. Some things I didn't even think about. The first one comes from @PLL Talker. Do you guys think that Sabrina will become Emily's new love interest?
I think so. It's kind of getting that vibe. I think they would be really cute too.
It was kind of weird that they didn't touch upon like her knowing her. She was like, "Are you Emily?" And she was like, "Yeah."
Let me pay for your
I
parking
think because she had worked at the brew, she'd seen her at the brew, kind of. And then who was the pop brownies for? Were those
Spencer.
For Spencer. That's how they had interaction. Okay.
But did Emily ever have any real interaction with Sabrina?
I don't know.
Well,
I
Emily's moving away, so this is useless anyways. You know?
Was Sabrina gonna be someone else's love interest, or was?
You're thinking of
Nicole.
Nicole.
You're thinking of Nicole.
They kind of.
I know, they kind of blend together.
They do.
Huh?
Yeah.
Except one's dead, so.
Yeah, all right. Well,
On that note.
but yeah, we agree that there's definitely a reason why she's back, and she paid for her parking, which is soups adorbs. So
That is adorbs.
Super gentleman, like super coupley, just saying.
yeah, like, love it. All right, Michael King 3417 says, "Where was Mona and/or Dr. Rollins? Where was Toby?"
And Toby. There was a lot of people. I feel like they did that last season though. Like we would go episodes without seeing Melissa.
Yeah.
And we would go episodes without seeing. It's just.
Speaking of Melissa,
I
we
know
got her
we're gonna see
back.
Melissa next week. I'm so excited.
I did kind of miss Mona though, because I feel like she is enough of this story where they need to put her in every
Do you
episode.
guys think that she killed Cece?
No.
Why? Why not?
No.
Why not?
I thought she was teaming up with Cece. You think she's against Cece?
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, are they gonna do one of those things where like the killer is in the first episode? You know? How they did that for like the last time? If they do that, maybe I could see it. But I just feel like it's too soon. I feel like, I don't know, you guys, it's so hard for me to make all these theories because it's so soon.
But she died.
So soon.
So someone obviously had to kill her.
Yeah, but it's too
Sooner or
soon.
Snapped her neck, by the way. That is so violent.
They were like, her neck was broken
Her neck
before
was
she
broken.
fell.
Like, oh
Blood,
my God.
blunt head trauma.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the Hemsworths.
Somebody hit that bitch so hard, which is
hard.
real scary. Is Mona capable of it? Yeah, Mona's definitely
Yeah,
capable
Mona's
of
the one who
that.
smeared her blood all over the freaking walls.
Ezra,
and like,
I don't know if Ezra's capable of that, you
I don't know.
guys.
I don't know.
he's too busy being an alcoholic. He doesn't know
Yeah,
what
he's
doing.
gonna have a rough season for sure.
For realsies. Another one from @PLL Talker. I had to pull this because I love this question. You guys, do you guys think that Hanna is gonna go through with the wedding? I think that there was a really big reason that they showed her looking through that catalog.
I agree. I totally agree.
Also, we know next week she asks Spencer point blank if she still, or not if she still, if she has feelings for Caleb. I think the fact that they hooked up in Madrid, which they totally did, is going to come out for sure. I feel like if anything is going to stop Hanna from going through with that wedding, it's knowing that your best friend is getting with your ex.
I think they do go through with the wedding though, because didn't we hear last season that like some people were like on set and there was a wedding scene or something? I mean, maybe it's not Hanna, but
maybe.
Or maybe she runs away. Like,
yes.
like what is it? Runaway bride.
Runaway bride.
Love it. Or when they ask,
Just
like, if
freeze.
anyone has any reason that these two should not be wed.
And Caleb's like, me.
I like that.
Oh my God.
I like that.
Like Legally Blonde?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, okay, well, hopefully it's not like Legally Blonde. Hopefully it's a little more romantic.
I love that.
But yeah, I don't know, you guys. It's hard for me still to kind of see any of them with their new booze. It just doesn't seem right. But like I said earlier, out of all of the new couples, I can see Hanna with her gorgeous fiance. Maybe because he's gorge.
Agreed. And I mean, he is a good guy from what I can see.
He seems really nice. He was like,
well, I
let me
know
talk
him
to
and he's
Caleb.
quite great. He's really sweet.
Maybe that's his motive. You know, here he is bringing all this food and being like, oh, I came from a big family, mate.
Yeah. Down under.
I'm just really getting creative here, but what if he's using her for her money since she and her mom are all well endowed now
But he
with
seems like
owning
he's
the.
fine. right?
All right, I don't know. This is a stretch.
I don't know, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, now,
I don't know.
now the tables are turning.
Before we go, let's give a couple shout outs.
Yeah, lots of shout outs.
Some new people who are tweeting at Breathe Jen, at It's Shirley, saying Spencer dated her sister's boyfriends. Why wouldn't she date Caleb? Love it.
Ooh, true.
Kenny Williams says, we all know when Melissa shows up, Ren can't be far behind, which is super exciting. At X Loca Babe X, Bree Bree, Honeydew, Caitlin Leanne, at Sarah Tan. You guys are so awesome today. At Rubens Mora, World PLLAS. I mean, thank you so much for tweeting us all day. It's kind of hard sometimes because you guys watch the show before we do.
I know. We try not to get into it.
We try not to spoil it, but we do see all of your tweets, all of your questions, all of your comments afterwards. We just kind of stay quiet before because we like to watch
Enjoy
the episode
it.
too. Yeah.
And then like Megan herself will come in, I saw a spoiler. And then Sinead will say, oh my God, tell me. And I'll be like, no, don't spoil it. But then they'll spoil
I have
it.
really a hard time keeping spoilers to myself, and I want, when other people see it, I want to know
I
immediately.
mean, you guys make it very tempting for
Yeah.
sure. I had a couple shout outs to all you guys that tweeted me. Darren Chan, thank you so much for watching. At Emerson Kisses 101, we love you. Smiler for always, and Alina, you had tweeted me. At Writer Girl 47, you're the best. And Caitlin, who runs the PLLAS.
Who's the birthday girl?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We love you so much.
My birthday is next Saturday. I mean, this Saturday, you guys.
Oh,
That's exciting.
heyo.
What does that make you? Aquarius, yes?
Aquarius, of course.
It's like Mova's thing. She knows
I know,
everybody's
I
sign
Yeah,
by their
she does.
birthday.
All right, guys, well, we'll tweet you.
Yeah, we'll be
We love you.
online in like 34 seconds. And don't forget to tune into Kamikaze tonight, you guys. We will see you next Tuesday.
Here we go. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hey Liars, for more Pretty Little Liars after show, hit that button and subscribe to the stream.tv.